Okay, so this is about when communicating and when writing something down, or this is like designing a language. Um, you want to present things not just in an easy to understand way, but in a quickly to understand way. It's almost like you want like a symbol or like a little, like say there's a triangle, circle, square, line, dot, certain colors, and you understand from this symbol the whole picture. Like, especially with science, especially when you have science and you have things like tiers of science, where you have lower level science, then medium level science, and then higher level science, and you're trying to traverse through something to find a solution or to invent something, or whatever you go through science for. Um, it's almost like you want the research and the labs to be written up with these symbols in mind. To be written up not so you have to traverse through the words, but so you get the full picture of what happened in the lab, and and know where to go get the details where the details mattered. Exactly, you get the full picture of the lab, you get which details mattered, you get where to go to get the details, and you get like a happy face result, sad face result of the events in the lab. So you get a full picture of this lab, this full picture of this research, and and if there's a discovery, exactly, if there's discoveries that can have like a different color, different accent, so you get this full picture that there's discoveries here, that they're anyway. What you want to do is communicate it the quickest, so people can go through lots of information really fast. Just like with the detective AI and the long files AI, where the AI goes through the file. Now you want that file communicated to you in the quickest way possible. And now, and then on a second level, on the second level, a bit slower, more comprehensive way of communicating it to you comes next. And usually you start with like the most detailed way. Usually you start with the most detailed way, where you have to traverse through all the words to communicate you. Then you come up with maybe a summarized version, Reader's Digest version, and then you come up with like a title. So this is kind of like expanding on that, where in the title you'd have a lot more information. In your summarized version, it'll be a bit more categorized and extended, categorized and detailed, because you got the whole picture. The whole picture is being looked at, and um, you'll have access to details and stuff, right? So, and then you have the detailed version, which is a full lab or assessment or project, or say you're just reporting on a game, on a football game, and just like the box score, where you see the box score that gives you a detailed, like especially baseball, first inning, second inning, ninth inning, 10th inning, you see the box score, you see the scores, you see the whole game right there, right? And you quickly understand everything. Well, not everything. You quickly understand everything though, and that's just like with computers and stuff. You want to come up with a way to quickly express and quickly transfer an expression of everything, of a full subject, of a full symbolic. Um, so you can, with AI, maybe you could use machine code symbolic. They have machine code or machine learning nodes, machine learning algorithm results. You could turn the mathematical values on those nodes into symbols, and transfer symbols as a full description of your project, the full description of the event or the project or the research, or exactly or the game or whatever, exactly whatever you're communicating, the file that you're communicating, the full communication of the file that you're communicating. And um, and searchable. You also want these symbols to be searchable, so you want them to be universal and searchable, so you can go through this, search through the titles, search through the symbols, um, not just with your eyes, but with a computer, or or a lighter level AI, an AI that's just perusing, right? Create these structures and tiers for like easy AI work, medium AI work, and harder AI work, where it goes through the whole files, right? Uses up more power. And but yeah, this is in language altogether. Where like you notice that a lot of slang, kitchen slang especially, summarizes like a really long meal. They pronounce it in, they give it like a name, they give it like a nickname so they can say it really quickly, right? And in slang, you give things nicknames and you shorten the way that things are said so they're down to one syllable, so they're a four-letter word. and and you communicate by breaking down words into smaller words, breaking down events and whole scenarios into a small word, right? And and this is supposed to give you the 100% definition of just like a symbol. So this is always something that you want to do in communication, is have these tiers where you have this really quickly communicated tier, this this more eventful tier, this more adventurous and eventful tier, and then a more detailed and complete tier, right? All right. So that this is communicating in symbols that mean something.